So when we just installed Kotlin, you saw that I said Kotlin C, and what this did is launch what's called the Kotlin REPL. REPL stands for Read, Eval, Print Loop, which basically means that it's kind of like an interactive way in which we can work with the compiler and kind of like try things out. And you can see that I can just basically type some code here and it will actually just use Kotlin to compile it and print out the result. So if I write 2 plus 2, that's going to give me a 4. If I write hello world as a string, it's going to print out hello world as a string. If I write hello and then a plus sign and world, it's going to concatenate that. So it's using the plus sign as an overload operator to concatenate the strings. We can even write like functions, and don't worry about the syntax right now. I'll explain these in detail later, but I could just write, for example, a function hello that takes a string and it prints a string. So hello name, and now I can actually type hello, and we'll say Hadi, and it prints out hello Hadi Hariri. So it's taken that function and compiled it, and now we can use that function. We can even do multi-line. So for instance, I could say by, and then name string. And you see that automatically, because I've put the curly braces, Kotlin realizes that it's going to be multi-line. So actually, we're going to by here, aren't we? And I keep writing byte. And then close that off. And now we can do by REPL. There you go. So this is the REPL, which we can launch, as I mentioned, by just typing Kotlin C, and it will bring up the interactive REPL. Now there's another way to also use the REPL, which gives us a little bit more feedback. If we use it inside IntelliJ IDEA, there's also a REPL there, and I'm going to launch that, and we can see how that kind of provides a little bit nicer experience. So let's launch up IntelliJ IDEA, and I'll just create an empty project for now. So if we go to Tools, Kotlin REPL, we can see that we kind of get the same thing here. However, we get some new things. You can see that right down here, it's kind of saying use the command enter to execute. So I can write 2 plus 2, and I get kind of like a syntax highlighting, and then I could say, for instance, list of. But notice what's happening here. Let me type that again so you see list of. You see now that inside the REPL, I actually get completion as well. So this is really good in terms of getting a better experience and a feel for the language, because now I can kind of get the IDE to help me. So it gives me completion, it gives me parameter information, etc. So I can say list of 1, 2, 3, and that's going to basically print out for me a list of, well, it's not going to print out, it's basically what I've done is create a list of strings, and so you can see that it brings 1, 2, 3 out for me. So, and if I do, for example, fun hello, again, we can see that we have completion and syntax highlighting. So I can do, let's just directly print out the name here and then execute that. So I can do hello, and you see that now the functions that I've added also I get completion on Kotlin REPL. There you go. So you can, as I mentioned, you can use the Kotlin REPL either from the terminal or from inside IntelliJ IDEA, going to Tools, Kotlin REPL. And inside here, you do get the completion, you do get the code inside, etc. So it does, as I said, provide you a kind of a little bit easier experience to get up and running.